everyone, Combo Reviewer here, this time reviewing on the 2015 film Fantastic Four, or as it was stylized as, Fantastic. Now, I think we all know what the 2015 film Fantastic Four was. It was a superhero film that was meant to be directed by Josh Trank, who also gave us the sort of found footage sci-fi filler film Chronicle. And keep in mind that, yeah, you could tell 20th Century Fox wanted to kind of reboot the series, and you can kind of tell that, yeah, Josh Trank was pretty much put on board with it. And when you did kind of see the whole trailers and early stuff, it really showed you what he really wanted to do. But yeah, because of the whole reshots, studio meddling, it really showed you what really happened, and Josh Trank's version being tampered with. So the premise of the film is meant to follow childhood friends Reed Richards and Ben Grimm, who have worked on a prototype teleporting device, and we do kind of see how Sue Storm and her father approach Reed, and they want him to be part of basically Franklin Storm's sort of Baxter Foundation think tank. And we do kind of see how, yeah, over the film, we do kind of see how Reed, along with Sue, as well with Johnny and eventually Victor Doom, learn about the sort of parallel dimension of a place called Planet Zero, which is obviously, yeah, the negative zone. And we do kind of see how, yeah, that basically do the kind of wanting to kind of be the first people to go inside Planet Zero to be the human test subjects and going against all warnings. We kind of see how Reed, Ben, Johnny, and Victor end up kind of going on the planet. Something goes wrong, and this is where, yeah, you do see the Fantastic Four gain their powers, as well as Victor Doom's. And I think for the most part, I think what the film gets right at is using some elements of the Ultimate comics, like, yeah, Reed and Ben Grimm being more childhood friends and working on a special teleporting device, having Reed's dad not be the sort of smart young scientist, but kind of having it in the film version, his stepdad kind of being a more sports-loving guy, much like in the Ultimate comics. And yeah, much like in the Ultimate comics, Franklin Storm being kind of the sort of mentor to the group. I think what I give the film credit is that it's trying to do something different with the Fantastic Four. It's trying to show what would happen if you explored another dimension, gained powers, and what if the government saw it as a golden opportunity to use it as their own personal weapon. And I think for the most part, yeah, I kind of think they do Victor Doom kind of right. Because, yeah, they make him kind of a selfish, arrogant, narcissistic monster, and as soon as he gains his powers, it's him finally getting everything he wants. I think my only real gripe with his character is near the end, where he does kind of looks like something from a found footage horror film, and it does show you when he's killing off other workers. It kind of feels like, yeah, it's just Josh Trank doing something similar to a found footage horror film. I think the problem with some of the film is, yeah, when you do kind of have them get their powers, it feels like, yeah, Ben and Reed do feel like they've gotten over their sort of personal grudge too quickly. And it feels like, yeah, Johnny Storm kind of being thrown in to kind of be the sort of black member to the group, even though it should have been Reed or Ben, or make Sue and Johnny properly brother and sister. And I get it, Sue in this version is supposed to be adopted. And I think, yeah, you can really tell Josh Trank really wanted to do something good. But again, it is still there despite some screw-ups. And it's clear that, yeah, Fox really wanted to kind of connect Fantastic as well as the X-Men movies together. But I think the problem with Fantastic is that because of studio meddling, some things feel like they were just kind of cut out, misplaced, or just don't really work as much. But I think there's moments where the film does show you some really relatable moments, like Reed talking with Sue about saying, what if you and your father had never came to the science fair? And again, that's kind of a relatable moment, as it's like wondering what could have been had things been differently. And yeah, you do kind of see how Franklin Storm wants to give Victor Doom one more chance, despite the fact that, yeah, Victor is just too far gone, and if not, selfish to see reasons. And yeah, we know Reed always wants to do the right things, but there's always going to be some screw-ups. And I can kind of see what they were trying to do with the outfit, going with a more realistic approach. And I think had the film got a sequel, then we would have saw the iconic blue and sort of black uniforms. But I think to me, Fan Stick was a film that I think still had Josh Trank's element of Cloverfield. I mean, Chronicle and the kind of realistic super approach he was going for, despite a few meddlings. So I think this film definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Well, it's not great, not the best. There is still some good ideas, despite some wasted potential. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.